Welcome back to the Mariya Method, where inner work becomes real transformation. And today is one of my favorite topics ever, I must say so myself, and it is, drumroll please, black sheep. Yes, you heard it here first. I myself am a black sheep, and if you are a black sheep, welcome, and I open my arms full, wide, and with the most love and light, giving you a huge hug, and I hope you feel it, because I want you to know that being the black sheep is not a curse, okay? Let's get into it. So I think the hardest part about being a black sheep is that there's such a stigma around being a black sheep, when in reality, being the black sheep is probably the biggest flex you could ever have in life. Now listen, growing up as a black sheep, life is not easier. In fact, it seems to be 10 times harder than the average person. And another thing that comes with being the black sheep is that you're very different from everyone else, and there aren't that many black sheep around. But if you're able to find another fellow black sheep, it's amazing. But I never really found another black sheep until later on in life. So growing up, being that black sheep, I felt very isolated and very alone. And if you have ever, or if you even do still feel that same way, I am here with you. I see you. I feel you. I am literally exactly like you. So I want you to understand through this video that it is not a curse. It's not a bad thing. In fact, it's a blessing. And I want you to see it that way. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today, and kind of just diving into my experience being the black sheep. And hopefully, if you are the black sheep, or if you know somebody who is the black sheep, then you'll be able to relate and feel seen. And that's what it's all about on the Mariya Method. Okay, so let's get into it. I, for forever, could remember just hating being so different from everyone else, including my own family members. I've always felt different. I've always felt like an outsider, and I never felt like I belonged anywhere. And for a long time, I thought that if I lied, or if I conformed to society and what everyone else was doing and how everyone else behave, then I would be accepted. Only I found myself very depressed because I was subduing my natural essence to be this fake version of me that was simply just extremely unhappy. But again, thinking that it would make people love and accept me, I was willing to sacrifice who I was to become who they thought I should be. And I don't know if I need to say that again, but that is such a sad place to be. And in fact, a lot of us find ourselves in that position, at least at one point in our lives. And if that's how you feel currently, this is for you. So again, went through life hating the fact that I was different. I always knew I was different. I always felt I was different, but I thought that, again, if I faked it, I could make it. And that only led me to being more depressed and more unhappy with life, because I just didn't even know who I was. I didn't even know what I liked. I had faked a persona for so long that when I really thought about it, I actually didn't even know who I was. And that's when the wake-up call happened. And I think that I finally accepted being the black sheep probably when I was around 24, fully accepting it. Not just saying like, oh, I'm the black sheep, but like, no, I'm the black sheep and I'm proud. And I want to quickly read the definition of what a black sheep is, just so that we're all on the same page. Okay, so being the black sheep means being the person in a group, usually a family, who stands out as different, unconventional, or not aligned with the group's expectations, values, or behaviors. It can have a negative tone, like being seen as the troublemaker, outsider, or disappointment, but it's not always bad. In a more neutral or even positive sense, it can just mean you think differently, choose a different path, or don't conform. Now, who wouldn't want to be a black sheep according to this definition and these examples? I mean, it's so sad that society wants everyone to be a copy and paste. And in fact, I see that daily, whether it be through social media, through, personal interactions. But I would say 85% are just simply copy and paste, whether it's personality, whether it's what they wear, whether it's how they think, how they behave, and it's exhausting. And I actually enjoy thinking differently, dressing differently, being different. When, you're taught as a kid that in order to be accepted, you have to be like everyone else. That's literally only minimizing who you are and putting you in this box, trying to conform you to, again, what's the normal, right? But the normal, society, what everyone says. Because when you try to conform and you're the black sheep, like I said, you will only become depressed. You're going to lose yourself. You're not even going to know who you are. And the quicker that you realize that you're the black sheep and the quicker that you accept it for what it is and see it as a blessing, the longer the conformity is going to perpetuate. So the first steps is acknowledging that you're a black sheep. Again, I feel like a lot of us realize when we're younger that we're the black sheep starting off, but as you get older, truly understanding it is the first step, right? The second step is accepting it for what it is. You were born different. You are different. There's nothing wrong with that. Why are you trying to be a Skittle when you're a Kit Kat? Why are you trying to be a Cheerio when you're a Fruity Pebble? The beauty in life is the fact that you are the Kit Kat, that you are the Fruity Pebble. You stick out. You don't blend in. Your light shines so bright because you are not a copy and paste. When you're in the club and you're wearing your outfit that you created in your head that nobody else is wearing, you stand out. You're not being conformed to the basic outfit that every other wearing, jeans and a crop top. They all look the same. They all act the same. They all laugh the same. They all think the same. Why are you trying to be like that? That's the second step, is completely becoming and embodying the black sheep in every way, shape, or form. Own it. Love it. Explore who you are. Get to know the real onion layers of who you are. And the final step is embodying it every single day in your authenticity. I am the black sheep, so what? What are you gonna do? Like, I am who I am, and I love it. And if you don't like it, that's okay. Go that way. There's a door. But if you love who I am because I'm being authentic, then, I welcome you with open arms. That's how you'll find your tribe. That's how you will find the people that you actually relate to, that will actually understand you. Because you're attracting people that are authentic and most likely black sheep as well, which is so beautiful because for once you'll be seen and felt on a more authentic and genuine level than ever before. People who don't think like you can never truly understand you on a deeper level. So when you're being the most authentic, you're attracting the most authentic and those type of people because they're on your frequency and they think and feel the same way, which is different than everyone else. You're going to find yourself in better situations, better relationships, and better lifelong experiences because you're no longer choosing to conform like everyone else. Now, the black sheep is also the person who most likely is the person who is breaking cycles, breaking generational curses, and is the person in their family doing the odd thing, right? For my example, I moved out of my hometown to the south of Florida and am now, owning my own business, which is exciting. But everyone else in my family is back in my hometown in upstate New York doing the same thing they did 5, 6, 10 years ago. It's not to say that I'm better than. I don't think that. I don't feel that. I do not act that way. Whether they perceive that or not to be true, I genuinely don't think I'm better just because I moved away. Do I think that I had more life experiences, different life experiences, and was able to grow and elevate in ways that I could not do if I had stayed in my hometown? Yes. Do I think that everyone should move out of their hometowns to explore real life? Yes. Another thing a black sheep could do is, let's say everyone in your family went to law school, everyone in your family is a lawyer, and you decide to open up a bagel shop, and no one else in your family owns a business, and no one else in your family does anything but law. That could be considered, you're being a black sheep. You're doing something out of the ordinary. Your whole family forced you to go to law school, and you found yourself unhappy because you're doing law school and you don't actually want to do it. That's the other thing with black sheep, is that, like I had mentioned before, is that we're so used to conformity that you oftentimes find yourself in relationships, jobs, environments, and situations just to conform or for the happiness of others, and you're miserable. And that's why I dropped out of college, because I realized that I wasn't choosing the life I wanted. I was choosing the life that I thought would please my family and make them love me. Again, conforming to their idea of what's perfect and not truly deciding what I'm passionate about and what I truly want to do. And now I get to sit here and do what my passion is every day, and now I'm happy. And I'm like, that was so easy. I should have done that 10 years ago. But okay, you live and you learn, right? And what I'm basically trying to say is that the black sheep is out of the order. They do things that are different. They think differently. They feel differently. They just have a different perspective. And if you're a black sheep, I don't want you to feel isolated, and I don't want you to feel like you're just so not normal, that you're just so unlovable. Because that's how I felt for a very long time. I'm 26 in July, and I felt that way for almost 25 years of my life. Because I'm different, I'm not lovable. And now I truly am understanding that for me, the route of accepting being the black sheep was first loving myself and healing. That's extremely important for black sheep, because you can't have the level of success that you want in life, truly I believe, until you've healed and loved yourself. And I don't mean I love myself. No, I truly love every part of me. I accept every part of me, and I forgive all of the people that have hurt me, and I'm healing and I'm moving forward. Then I feel like you can reach levels of success that you could not have reached prior. I'm proud to be the black sheep. In fact, I feel like it's a badge of honor. And when I meet other black sheep, I just know. They don't even have to say it. It's we carry a certain energy about us. And it's always such a beautiful moment to meet black sheep people, because you get it. They get it. They understand the isolation and the bullying and the self-hatred, because I do believe at some point a lot of black sheep go through a lot of different emotions and cycles, because again, we're so different. And I want you to know that if you're the black sheep, accept it. Love it. Be proud of it. Don't want to change. Don't think that you need to change to be accepted or to be loved. And you're going to find that tribe of like-minded individuals once you heal and love and accept the fact that you're a black sheep. Don't run from it. Be fully authentic in it. Embrace it as if you embrace your brown hair. And being a black sheep is not easy. It's not the normal road, right? And you may look around and say, well, how come, this person has such an easy road? How come this person has such an easy life? Or how come this person seems to have it all figured out? But what you have to understand is that sometimes when, neurotypical people or people that are not black sheep are having all these accomplishments is because they're not going against the grain. For those going against the grain, life does have more challenges. And it's about how you face the challenges compared to how many challenges am I going to face. If you change that mindset about, okay, I have challenges, but I'm going to face them head on and I'm going to not run from them and I'm going to conquer them in every way, shape, or form, then that's a really positive mindset. Not, oh my gosh, I'm a black sheep. I have so many, things, set against me, poor me, victim mentality, blah, blah, blah. No. Positive mindset. I am the black sheep. I am honored to be different. And I'm going to use that as my superpower. And being a black sheep is literally what superheroes are made of. I truly believe that. And it's like a superpower. To be different is a superpower. You don't want to fit in, trust me. You don't want to blend in. You don't want to be the next basic. That's not a flex. It's not a flex to blend in with the crowd. It is an honor to be a black sheep, and I want you to never forget that. And I remind myself all the time that there's so much beauty in being unique and that I need to own it and accept it for what it is and not try to change it. And when you fully embrace it and you're truly authentic, like I said, you're not only going to attract better relationships, better friendships, but also a lot more success. And that's because you're vibrating in a frequency of self-love and self-acceptance compared to self-hatred or doubt of who you are or who you could be. So for now, thank you for tuning in to the Mariya Method, where inner work becomes real transformation, and be proud of being that black sheep. It is an honor. And until next time, I love you guys, sending love and light. Bye.